720 on CKNW. A member of the Trial Lawyers Advocacy Council is raising the alarm on so-called expert doctors who are making a mint testifying for the defense in courts on behalf of corporations, crown corporations like ICBC, the Medical Services Plan, the Workers' Compensation Board, and independent insurance companies. Some of these experts make 80% or more of their money from ICBC. Tom Harding is a lawyer and a Trial Lawyers Advocacy Council member and joins us this morning. Tom, the issue seems to boil down to whether or not these so-called experts are testifying on behalf of the truth, testifying on behalf of the court, if you will, versus being paid to shape their testimony when it comes to a certain defense.
Right. I should say I'm a trial lawyer at Trial Lawyers Advocacy Group, which is a law firm in Surrey. I don't have an official position provincially, but the question is answered yes. I've been tracking experts who work for ICBC for 20 years. I keep copies of their reports in hundreds of cases. I keep all their billings. I have transcripts of their testimony. And it's a terrible problem that they will come and make up stuff, everything from saying they performed an exam on the plaintiff that they never did, to just lying about the science, flipping their testimony from one case to another to sue the ICBC so that they can win the case, and there's no penalty to them. And that's the problem, is that they get away with it.
So these experts are lying on the witness stand.
Well, I would say so. Rarely do you hear a judge say that. Recently, there have been a couple of cases which I see hit the media where judges have essentially said, this expert is a liar. Usually what they'll say is, I've heard the evidence of Dr. So-and-so and Dr. this and that, and I prefer Dr. So-and-so. And that's kind of the roughest tongue you'll get from most judges.
Why is this allowed to happen, or how has this been allowed to occur? Because expert testimony is supposed to be just that, is you're getting the unvarnished truth, but that doesn't seem to be the case in many cases.
Well, when I started practicing 20-plus years ago, if a plaintiff lawyer attacked an ICBC doctor on any grounds of bias, most judges would just order you to stop. And they always used the term, he's a professional man. And, of course, that meant that he couldn't possibly be telling a fib or shading the truth. Yeah. Now they actually allow it. I think it's because we have younger judges, judges that were born in 1960 as opposed to appointed in 1960.
I'm looking at one case here, one doctor who has, for the last 3 or 4 years, I guess, billed 100% of his income through ICBC. Yeah, $357,000 one year, $422,000 the next, $321,000 the next year. It's a pretty lucrative gig if you can get into it, I guess.
Well, it is, and the best part of it is that ICBC doesn't care how much they pay. So, one of the accusations is, well, doesn't this happen on the plaintiff side as well? And the answer is typically no. I read every decision on motor vehicle cases every day that comes out in this province, and mostly they're defense experts that get tagged. And the reason is, if I hire an expert and pay him, say, $10,000 to do a report and come and testify, and he's exposed as a liar, I'm not going to get paid. I'm going to lose the case, and my client's never going to pay me. ICBC doesn't care. They're much more interested in having someone come and say what they want them to say, because that doctor gets paid the same, the adjuster gets paid the same, the defense lawyer actually gets paid more to lose a trial than to settle the case honorably.
Tom, I've got to leave it there with our thanks. Tom Harding is with the Trial Lawyers Advocacy Group here on CKNW at 724.